Toast. Salud. Yeah, no, I got one. Got liquor?
Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate your time.
Brother. Thank you, dog.
Just to start off with that, I know time is extremely valuable. At least for me, that's how I feel. Like constantly, all day, every day. So definitely appreciate the time. If you want to start with just introducing yourselves, your names, a little bit about you if you want.
All right. You guys want to start?
I'll set it off.
Dirty Day.
Dirty Dade Chico. I got a sound company. It's called Miami Sound and Film. And I'm currently working on music for this year, but sound is the bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? Music is my passion. It's just a project that I'm going for this year. And you guys are going to see, you'll be hearing it this year for sure.
Definitely, yeah.
My name is Marvin Reyes, but they'll call me Stephen Lee. Stephen Lee. Grip and lighting, and also a director. And yeah, man, pretty much we're over here, you know, like how the t-shirt says, the Miami Hustle. And Pasadena Dean, yeah.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, you already know, man, the Miami Hustle, man. Respect, man. I respect the homies bringing me out here. Chico, Shamari, Marvin. My name is Dean Richards Jr. I'm a director of photography based out of South Florida. I specialize in camera pursuit, which is basically like those. You ever seen those action tracking shots? You know what I mean? Those crazy quick action shots, stuff like that. So we have a purpose-built rig now that we're like, you know what I mean, that we've just got into. The team, you know what I mean? So that's what we're doing here in South Florida. Everything lighting, G&E, camera, like that's my specialty. That's what I'm doing right now. Like that's my bread and butter here in South Florida with the team. Era Films, you feel me? The Dirty Dade Chico over here, you know what I mean?
It takes a team.
Miami Sound and Film.
Yeah, man, we brothers, man. Like, you know,
Era Films. You know what I mean?
So my name is Shamari Bryan. I go by Era Films. I got the Era Film Production, and I'm a music video and film director. And this way, you know, this the team. This half of the team. We have a lot more people. Shout out to Sam Tapia.
Yeah,
Tapia edits. Kufre, Rough Boy Visual, Antoinetta, Kevin, Mimi, Raquel.
Everybody. Let them know. Hey, why you got the mic?
I just got off the phone
Natalia.
with Nati. Shout out Natalia.
Shout out to Nati.
Yeah. The producers in the building.
Yeah.
Yo, fire. Hey, so with all these shout outs, that goes to show that it's always a team effort. Like there's always a team behind everything, right? So I'm just wondering, like, how did you guys get to meet? Did you guys grow up together, or you guys all met like at once? And then how did you guys say like, all right, we gotta work together?
All right. Well, we honestly we met in college, but in class. But we all like pretty much decided to be like, damn, bro, you know.
Which college was it?
Miami-Dade.
Fire.
Now you win, man.
Shout out to Miami.
Shout out to Miami-Dade, baby. The Sharks. Miami-Dade College, all around Miami-Dade County, you know.
Hey, we be slapping, you heard?
Hey, I'm not surprised. Not surprised.
But yeah, man, we were just in class, and then we all had a dream, and we all had a passion, and then throughout time, we just, you know, decided to all get together and decide to just pursue. Even though, you know, sometimes it's not about the money, it's about your dream. And sometimes you gotta understand that in this world, you gotta do some stuff that are free. Sometimes that, you know, but that's your dream, you know. You gotta chase it. Some people just think that, you know, and especially here in Miami, that all right, I know the tools, but I want to get paid now. You know what I'm saying? And that's not how it really works. Well, that's how I think it doesn't really work. You know what I'm saying?
We sacrifice a lot together, you know, like with each other, and I think that's the most important thing, because it doesn't end up being a one man band, you know. We got a whole team that everybody knows what they're doing. Like, we're all directors, but at the same time, we all have roles that we fall into. That, you know, when it's Shamari's turn to bat, we there supporting him, doing whatever we got to do. When it's Steelo's turn to bat, we there supporting him, whatever we got to do. Same thing with Stephen Lee. Same thing over here.
That's why
without them,
family.
we wouldn't, you know, like.
That's how it is.
Yeah, man.
That's how family is. Support each other no matter what. And one thing you said is sacrifice, and I want to speak on sacrifice a little bit, because I feel like sacrifice is extremely necessary, and one thing you also touched on was that at first you're not gonna get paid, which is why it's all sacrifice. Like, some people don't understand that you have to have some type of job to pay the bills at first. So you're gonna sacrifice your time off. Like, for example, me, my time off becomes my hustle. That's where my hustle is born.
Right.
When I'm clocked out of work and my bills are paid and I'm doing, good for now I'm gonna go take this time instead of chilling. I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do what I have to do. So that goes hand in hand with sacrifice. And to be honest, this is what I'm doing right now. I have no idea how to get paid from YouTube, if I'm being real.
Yeah.
I know one day maybe I'll figure it out, but that's not what it's about. If I bring in like-minded people and, make them feel welcome, and we all talk and express our passion for what we do, how we met and how important networking is, the people that are listening that could be younger than us and are thinking like, damn, I'm in high school, what am I gonna do when I get out of here? You can do whatever you want. You just gotta find time to just put aside for yourself, think about what you love, and go for it. Don't worry about the money. It'll come in several streams, not only one, if you do what you love. So that's what I like to preach.
But what I also found out is that you can't, in every aspect or every person that you have seen that you get inspired, there's always a team behind them, but they don't show them on camera. And it's true, it's what they say. They be telling you, but you have to listen. All these celebrities, like influencers, all of these, we be saying that it's not just one person. It's like a whole man team. So yeah, man, that's basically what it is about. It's about teamwork.
That's another thing why I wanted to start this, is the behind the scenes that nobody talks about. So for example, you guys are all into music production, your own business, right? So on IG or on your pages, you're gonna promote your business. You're never gonna promote the struggle. You're not gonna promote the behind the scenes. You're not gonna promote the team that's working nonstop 24 hours of the day. Even when you're sleeping, you're dreaming that shit. Like, you don't talk about that. You push your sound, your music, your videos, right? You try to bring a new business. This is a spot where I want everybody to come to, just chill, relax for a little bit, because we've all been working hard, and recognize that there's a lot of behind the scenes and a lot of teamwork that goes in place. So with that being said, like, when did you guys realize that you all had a talent that you could mesh together? Because even though it's important to have a teamwork, like, a lot of times you meet people that you think are as dedicated as you and you think are gonna ride for you, and then they just kind of fall off.
Hey, from day one, I knew that this was the squad.
Fire.
You heard?
Yeah,
that's not easy to come.
I'm very good analyzing people and knowing who's in here for the long haul. And I could tell. Shout out to you, Miami Hustle. You in it for the long run. You know what I'm saying? Just like these boys are. We started working. I worked for 3 years without getting paid. Going to school and just thugging it out with them. And now it's paying off. And it's not as consistent as we would want it to be right now. You know what I'm saying? So look out for us, promoters. You know what I'm saying?
Always. It doesn't stop. It never stops. Even if you think you made it, you said, we talked about this off camera earlier. If you have goals, once you accomplish your goals, that doesn't mean, all right, now I'm chilling, I did what I wanted to do. Now you got to go to that next level.
Exactly.
I was able to do that for real. Maybe that goal wasn't big enough. Let me get this next goal to be fucking crazy. So
make
that
realistic goals for yourself too. I think that's important. Because if you can make that goal, then you can get to the next goal.
Definitely.
Nah, but let me say, one thing I gotta say, you gotta be honest with yourself too, though. You gotta know what you're good at, and if you really think you're good at that, then that's what you gotta pursue. But you gotta know your flaws either. You get me? I know what I'm good at, and I know what I'm not good at. I'm a good director. I'm a good DP, but I'm not good at sound. That's why I got Chico. You get me? I'm not the best DP. That's why I got Dean right here, Steelo. And I'm not the best gaffer. That's why I got Marvin. So as a director, I know a little bit of everything, but I get people that specialize in those things to make me better. You get me? So that's why I was like, all right, I could tell you what I want, but I need you to perfect it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta be honest with yourself and be like, okay, what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. The things you're not good at, you surround yourself with people that's better than you. And that's how I feel like that's how we get to where we're at right now.
And I think what the crib gotta understand too is that we are the producers. Nobody's gonna come and save us. Nobody from outside of here, nobody here is gonna come and save us. It's all up to us to bring the best quality and distribute it.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what's missing in the crib.
I feel like a lot of times the reason why you guys have success and are going to continue to succeed is you understand that, right? Half the battle is mental, and it's about strength and weaknesses, which is a book I read and it's called Strength-Based Leadership, but it talks about you can't do it all. You're going to be good at one thing, like you mentioned. So the things that you're not good at, your weaknesses, don't waste your time too much trying to perfect the weakness. Get somebody that's good at it. So I want to just shout out EJ. EJ is behind the scenes right now. He's behind the scenes. Hey, shout out EJ.
Like I said, man,
You don't see him. You don't see him right now. You don't see him right now. But he also, he also has his
That's
own.
my sound brother. I just met him today.
Hey, if it wasn't for EJ, I'm telling you right now, I would not be here doing this with you guys, because I would be on a big ass delay, because I don't know anything about microphones. I don't know anything about audio editing. I don't know anything about video editing. What I have is a vision, and I have the connections to make it happen, and I'm willing to do anything. But if it wasn't for EJ, this shit would have taken me another like 6 months to a year just to learn this, to then be able to edit my own shit. So with that being said, the strengths and the weaknesses is key, and the bigger the team with the more strengths together is always gonna win.
Exactly.
So I want to know about what was the first project that you guys worked on, because I'm sure like there was like speed bumps, maybe ups and downs.
So I mean, I'll kick it off, but like I know these guys, they're the historians of the group, so you know I gotta get them their flowers. You know what I mean? So so they were the thing about it, like we were in college, right? So we all met in college, as Marvin said. But I knew Shamari because me and Shamari used to work at my first job ever. You know what I mean? That's where I met Shamari. The craziest thing about Shamari is that I know Shamari's family before I knew him. It's weird.
Okay.
Like super weird. Like his aunt was the cafeteria lady at my elementary school.
Wow.
And my cousin, my cousin used to go there.
Yeah.
My auntie and my cousins used to go there. So when we used to go there, like, you know, I always seen him, but, you know, it was like, and his house is right by the school too, so whatever. So we used to always go, we used to always see him walk home, so whatever. And then when we started working at Cram, I saw him one day, and I was like, oh shit, you the kid that work, you know? And I was like, oh, you're like, yeah. Then we started talking, and then we were just talking, and he was like, and I was like, yo, what do you want to do? He's like, oh, I want to do film. And I was like, oh shit, I'm in film. I was like, I'm in film, and then I was like, yo, if you ever need any help, call me. I don't know if you remember this. So we had a friend called Devin and Ellie, you know. So he used to shoot music video for them. And every time he would shoot, I'd be like, yo, what you did this weekend? He was like, I shot this music video. And I used to be like, yo, why you ain't call me to come help you? And he was like, and I was like, yo,
hey, you're a real one.
Yeah.
You're a real one.
Yeah, so that, because I know how it is. I know this shit is not easy. This shit is hard as fuck, man. This shit is hard as fuck. So I think it happened 3 times. So the second time we was talking again, and he was like, oh, I shot this other music video. Like, so we was working at Cram, and we was talking, and he was like, oh, I just shot this music video last week again. And I was like, bro, why you ain't call me? And he was like, oh no. And I was like, bro, when the next thing you gonna shoot? And then I think it was like 2 weeks from now. I didn't want
to feel like I was bothering
you know
him.
What I'm saying?
But like, hey, bro, come out to my music video shoot. I need help.
Hey, but that's how you know, like how you said, like when you meet certain people, you know that with or without you, they're gonna take off and they're gonna go on that road. So you want to join them, or you're just gonna watch them. So I feel like you saw a lot of that in him.
Yeah.
Bro, yo, it's one thing to have a team, but before you get to that team, you gotta be a man on a mission, bro. Like, because there's a lot of sacrifices, and we say sacrifices, but not in the small sacrament, bro. When I say sacrifice, it's about self-dedication. It's about, can I cut this off and dedicate this time for this? Like, it's literally about like that day to day. Every day I wake up and I question myself. I'm like, well, am I taking the steps to do this? Well, no, I'm not. You get what I'm trying to say? Well, but every day I do that, and it's more of like a self-betterment thing, because I want to be the best. That's how I met these people. That's how I met Marvin. That's how I met Chico. That's how I met Shamari. It's because it's that focus that is like nobody could take you off your grind. That means that tomorrow, if I drop you in the desert, you're in Arizona, you can produce the best images possible for people to see, for people to go and just say, man, just take 5 minutes from their day to escape. You get what I'm trying to say? For you to get to that point, you gotta be a man on your mission yourself, bro. And that's what I've noticed since the day I got out of high school to this point. I'm still not where I wanna be, but bro, last year, bro, I had to not go into myself and like do like self-loathing. I didn't want to do that, but bro, I smashed the fuck out of my goals last year, bro. Like, you get me? Like, you gotta set personal. You gotta have, bro. It's easier said than done, because life is a tough road, but you have to set goals. And I feel like people think about goals and like, damn, steps and this. No, don't focus on that, bro. Don't focus on, just get a little piece of paper, stick it on your wall, be like, these words right here, this what means something to me. And my thing was, the reason why I'm here with these guys surrounding me, Shamari included, you feel me? Bro, if you don't know Shamari, I don't know, like, you feel me?
We gotta prove ourselves more than the next
South
man.
Florida,
You know what I'm
OG
saying?
right here, you feel me?
Yeah.
Bro, Shamari was in his first 2-3 years doing assistant camera work. That boy traveled, that boy went from being a production assistant, that boy traveled the nation with Forge and Fire. Look, listen, bro, people don't understand, bro. We working on, like, I gotta hype us up because we don't do it enough. This man went in 3 to 4 years, started at doing work for free, giving your time, meaning like stop going playing video games. Like, bro, I love Madden. You catch me in a tournament, I'ma murk you.
Hey, me too.
But I had to, bro, I turned that game off for 7 years. You feel me? I bought a PS3 and I never fucking used that shit. Look, bro, check me out, bro. I swear to you. Look, I'm not perfect, but I'm telling you, bro.
Working on it.
I'm telling you, bro, I'm working on it. And that's all that matters. For everybody out there, bro, life is worth living. You get me? Life is worth living, and you can live that life. You just got to take the steps and stop thinking about, well, man, you know, I'm 25 and I didn't get here. I'm 20. Bro, stop thinking about that. If you're on a journey, don't let nobody take you off that journey as a singular person, as an individual. You feel me? That's how you get around people like this. Bro, I have not met this guy ever. But right now, bro, I'm about to see, like, how can we help each other at this point in life to get better? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, bro, like, life is real, bro. Don't let anybody step on your dream, bro. Like, we're trying to be great, there, you know? But we've been bro. This man did Forge and Fire first 3 years in the game as an assistant camera. Yeah, you might be like, damn, well, that's just, bro. No, bro, he's working on behind the scenes of shows that people are watching nationally in numbers. You get what I'm trying to say? We do those things, and it's like, meh, for us. Because we set our threshold so high. You get what I'm trying to say?
Everybody chase the money, you know what I'm saying?
But no, it's not about the money.
It's about self-development.
It's about
man.
Exactly.
Being
the journey,
great.
the passion.
Putting something out to the world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that the world is like, wow, you know, that shit hit me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
so my goal is to inspire hundreds of millions of people around the world, because it really isn't about the money. If you inspire hundreds of millions of people around the world, you got hundreds of millions of people that got your back, bro. It's really not about the money. So my thing with goals as well is, like, a lot of times I feel crazy because so many people don't write down their goals, and I'm out here writing down my goals, and like I feel like an outcast at times. But I realize that, I think everybody else is crazy and we're normal, in the sense of, like, our goal and our mission in life is to become better as individuals. It's self-growth. So, like, I started reading books, and the only books I read about is not like fake shit. I read personal growth in business, self-development, right? How do I become a better person to then help others become better people as well? And that's all I'm about. And, like, I even treat my goals at one point, I'm not perfect either, I'm telling you right now. I used to be on a fucking man on a mission and write down my goals once a month on the 1st of every month, right? And then I would even be as crazy as getting a red pen, and at the end of the month, on the 30th, 31st, or 28th, I check off the green pen is my favorite. That nice check mark, like you said, smash that shit. If I get that red pen, on my goal, I'm telling myself on a notebook, like, pen and paper is important, because feeling is what matters. Like, you could think about shit, but when you're writing shit down, you're envisioning it, you feel it. So that red pen, I tell myself, this month I didn't do this because, and I tell myself, look, this is why it didn't happen. Next month I think about it. Should I keep trying this? Should I? How do I do it? Bro, every 3 months you treat your life like a business, right? In a Fortune 500 enterprise company, which I used to work at, and it wasn't like, I'm a SDR, right? Sales Development Representative. So I'm calling these enterprise companies like American Express, trying to get directors on the phone, VPs, this and that. Like, I'm good at sales, but I don't care about getting a sale for this massive company if I get a tiny ass percentage of it. Like, I'm good, bro. So I treat my life like a business. Those Fortune 500 companies in the stock market, right? Every 3 months, they have earnings reports. That means that all the investors, it's a public report of, look, this is how we did these last 3 months. There's 4 quarters in a year, every 3 months, you know? So every 3 quarters, the investors are looking at this company, this stock, like, how are the numbers? How are the earnings? How are the profits? How are this? How is that, right? That's your life, bro. Every 3 months, I look at my goals and I write myself a little, like, story, right? Like a paragraph, like 3 paragraphs of, like, look, this is what happened from January February and March. This is what happened. These are the goals I had. This is what I accomplished. This is why I didn't. What are the next 3 months looking like? What am I going for? Boom, 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 boom. Keep that shit going. And at times, bro, life gets stressful. Life gets crazy. You get smacked in the face, bro. And honestly, like, it's hard to keep it consistent. But if you keep it consistent for a long enough time, the universe will give you what you're looking for in different ways.
It's about consistency.
Yeah, exactly.
Consistency is very important. Because the day that you stop, you're forgotten.
Yes, sir.
You know? You gotta, it's a lot of pressure, you know, and we gotta come out with content, we gotta keep working, and also we gotta pay the bills. That I think that's the hardest part.
Yes.
And that's where people give up.
It's draining.
That's what people give
that
up.
That 9-to-5 lifestyle is a trap.
But I can't do it. I haven't done it for a long time, bro.
That's the matrix right there, man. That's what I was
Yo, you're telling me. Yo, the last job I had, that enterprise
I live off the
company,
land.
I'm telling you, I was working from home, right? So it was a good life, chilling. But at the end of the day, yo, you're trapped on that laptop, bro.
Yeah,
it is the matrix 100%.
Non-stop.
You drain yourself out for this company. At 5 when you're clocked out, you don't want to do shit for yourself.
Man, I don't like nobody
Tired,
telling me I gotta wake up every day
Just-
at 5 in the morning.
Yo.
And you know what I'm saying, work this amount of hours. You know what I'm saying?
Just so you guys know, 2 weeks ago, I quit that shit.
Really?
And I said, yo, I'm back on my
Props.
own. I'm going to
Good
figure
job.
that shit out. I got a job at a restaurant, which I recommend hustlers out there. I promise you, I wish I would have started working in restaurants
Hey, that's
when I
money.
was 18 years
Yeah,
old, right
facts.
after school.
You
Fuck,
smart.
let me not say it.
No, yeah.
If you go to college, like, that's on you. If you want to be a doctor or lawyer, you got to go through college, do your shit, get the degree, right? If you don't know what you want to do, take a year off after high school. I recommend. I'm not an expert. I'll say that all the time.
Yeah, man.
I'll give you my opinions.
If
Bro.
you can, some people don't have that opportunity. You feel me?
If you're able to, because I wish I would have. When you're 18, take a year off, stack up at a
agree.
restaurant, right? Bartend,
100%.
serving, you can make money there. Because my main thing is at a restaurant, you could work at night.
Yeah.
So if you're working at night and on the weekends, if I'm not working at night, I'm probably out here spending money. So during my day, businesses are open. I can make phone
You
calls. I can figure shit out. I can move, right? So I keep my mornings open to move, to figure shit out. And then I'll sacrifice my nights, my nightlife, working, bro.
Good.
Y'all pick up your plate. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to get paid, pay my bills. I'm grinding during the day. I'll keep a smile on my face too. My name's Chris. I'll be your server today. That's all good, bro.
But always, I think always is important to have that, but always find the time to do things that you're passionate about. You know what I'm saying? That are gonna move you further. You got to break away from the 9 to 5.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's important to work at night, to focus
It's
on
not for
yourself
everybody,
in
but-
the morning.
Yeah.
If you could wake up in the morning and read a book, right?
Yeah.
Or go work out. Focus on yourself first. Don't wake up in the morning, eat breakfast, and go to work. It's draining. But that's just me preaching, bro. Some people.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I could.
But like you said, if you
totally.
focus on the hustle,
It's
if you
discipline.
Focus on your
You
love,
got to
your
find out how to
passion.
discipline yourself.
So how old are you, bro?
I just turned 28 in October.
You just turned 28.
October 2nd, yeah.
Got you. So me and you're like same age, bro. So like, so what he's saying, bro? I used to after I was working at the Sequarium with Shamari, I actually got that job as a doing internship in my high school, and that's how I landed a job after I left high school, bro. I left that job and I started working at the airport, and I was a lead, like a coordinator at the airport for like the traffic flow, the parking garage at Fort Lauderdale Airport, in the garage. I used to do that, bro. I did that to the point where like I was like a excellent employee, bro. Like I used to do customer service, bro, but I was a hustler. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I used to make more money in tips than what I worked for at the airport. That's how I was able to like fucking like stay afloat, and that's what he's saying. That's the hustler mentality. So it's like when you could come, like literally I'm piggybacking at this moment. When he's saying this right now, this is helping me, because it's these moments that I need to piggyback on of how great customer service person I was, and all the reports that I had, like probably like hundreds of great reports as a customer service representative. Like, cause I took my job serious, you know what I'm trying to say? Cause I thought about it like, yo, there's gonna be a point where I'm this person traveling every week and I want this service. And it is, cause I've been at that point for the last 2 years, you feel me? Like, praise the Most High, like, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I give all the blessings to the Most High, you see me? Because that right there is a true testament. So that hustle mentality, I think, is what he was trying to piggyback off, like, if you're young, you're coming out of high school, like, bro, like, this is what I recommend. Yes, you may have to juggle. You can't just say, oh yeah, I want to be a filmmaker, and just no, bro, I didn't do that. I literally worked to the point where I was getting bad, like I was about to get fired. You get what I'm trying to say? Because like I couldn't do it no more. I would wake up at 4 a.m., get off at 4, or get off at 2:30, and then be the set by 4. And do that, and I was like literally burning myself up.
But there's
you get me? But it was worth it in the end. You get what I'm trying to say? Because I worked out of it. You know what I mean?
It's a shift, bro. It's a shift. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna realize that once you work on your passion, it's just gonna like increase. You're gonna have to like understand like it's a meter. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna work from 9 to 5, 9 to 6. I don't know what time, but when you realize that after work, you start thinking like, damn, man, I want to go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to go to the next level, what do I got to do? Well, I mean, what do I got to see that it's my passion? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then later on, people are going to start noticing. And then that's when you're going to start being like, all right, I'm working on this, but then you have to also understand that you have to have a little switch on your mind. They're like, okay, now I have to work on myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then once your passion becomes yourself, you're just gonna learn that you're gonna be like, damn, bro, like I'm already working more on my passion than my job. I don't really give a fuck about my job. You get what I'm saying? Because why? Because I'm working already on my passion. And then you're just gonna know a shift. That you're not even gonna notice that it's gonna be work. You get what I'm saying? Because now you're just working on yourself pretty much. And then when people are gonna notice that, they're like, damn, you know, because it's always true what these people be saying, you know.
Marvin was supposed to be a doctor.
Oh yeah.
He was going to school to be a doctor.
I didn't know this.
Bro,
But were you were in production in high school?
Nah, bro. Well, in high school I went like on my last senior year. I was my boy Raul. He's like, hey, bro, do you want to? I don't see you as a doctor. I'm like, what do you mean you don't see me as a doctor, right? I'm like, all right, bro, let me start thinking about this. I'm like, yeah. So he's like, hey, man.
Shout out to Raul.
Hey,
shout out to Raul. Shout out Raul.
Because yeah, bro. Because I was like, you know how I was in high school, man. That they would get you into academies. You know what I'm saying?
I think Raul used to be in that the library assistant aid where I had that class and I would be chilling and you guys would all pull up. And
bro. It'll be like pretty much not skipping class, more like.
Yo, I mean, I feel you, but just so everyone knows, we went to Coral Gables High School. So if you guys want to shout out your high school,
yo, Miami Norland represent Vikes, yo.
I never made it to high school. Got my GED early, you know what I'm saying, though? And
there you go. Hey, my cousin did too. He's 19, working on music, and I commend him for it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Shout out for quitting your job, like Steelo. I remember that. You know.
Oh, that was like one of the like.
He's
literally,
like, yo, I think I'm gonna go all in.
Literally, like I was on my third.
Miami hustle,
2 weeks ago, I did
be all
shit.
about it.
Yeah. Bro, I was on my third leave. My bad. I was on my third leave at my job. So I was leading my job on, bro. Hey, Chico, I was on my third leave, bro. You don't take 3 leaves.
Go to class. Hey, he passed the sign. No, I'm not gonna say. I can't say it, but. But hey, my dog would be just pass out in class,
bro.
But the amount of work he put in, bro, is
honestly, that doesn't even matter, bro. Like I remember when I was in school, the reason why I stopped going to school, I was a student athlete for 2 years playing baseball. I went to school to play baseball. I love baseball. I wanted to make it to the major leagues. When I realized I wasn't going to be able to keep playing because of an injury, instead of a student athlete, I became. Let me just let that shit go.
Oh yeah.
Hey, shout out to airplanes. Shout out to airplanes because that shit is tricky.
I gotta be running every 5 minutes.
Sound on set.
Yo. Hey, they be like on set. They give you a whole pause. They be like, hey, look.
And like it's my fault. Like
it's like a standing ovation every time you're on a movie set. When a plane passes like that, everything shut down for like 5 seconds.
Like a sound, like it's my fault.
A moment of silence.
Not doing that,
Damn, sound. Why I keep fucking up?
a moment of gratitude.
Just saying that, Chris.
Hey, but I was saying like, so I was a student athlete, right?
Oh yeah.
And yo, just let me. Hey, shout out to all the student athletes out there. Let me tell you what my schedule was looking like, bro. First of all, student athletes, you're broke. Like, unfortunately, you have to be broke because my schedule was, and yo, shout out EJ again because he played baseball with me in Southeastern, right?
Hey,
in college,
EJ.
right? So he can attest to this. We wake up in the morning at 5 a.m. because we got 5:45 a.m. workouts at the gym, right, as a team. So, you know, it's a different level of grind when the team is going to be there with the coaches and you're trying to prove yourself, trying to earn a spot. You're going to be there, whether you're tired or not, right? So you work out from 6 a.m. to like 7 a.m., right? You go straight to breakfast at 7:30 a.m. You have to get 3 minimum classes or 4 to be eligible to play sports in college, to be a student athlete, right? Minimum 3 classes. So after that, you're gonna have a class at probably 9 a.m., maybe a class at 11, maybe a class at 1. If you're grinding for real, which I had 4 classes some semesters, you'd have another class in between there. Right after class, tired as fuck. So when you'd say, oh, yo, sleeping in class, of course, how could you not? We had 5 a.m. workouts, bro. So I don't give, honestly, like, some people, you know, care about what they're studying, but most of the time I wasn't passionate about what I'm learning, and I'm tired, bro, so I'm gonna sleep. And then I would go to practice right after, right? So when you go to practice right after for another 2 hours, you sweat your ass off in practice. And by the way, shout out to coaches out there, because when a coach tells you run 10 laps, you're gonna run 10 laps. Yeah. In life, it's different. When you don't have a coach anymore, you can tell yourself, and I'll say this, like, I'll tell myself, I wanna run 10 laps today, because I used to do that shit all the time. But I'm only gonna run 2 realistically, sometimes maybe not even run 1. So shout out to the coaches out there. But anyways, when I became from a student athlete, just a student, bro, I got an A. I was on the dean's list too as a student athlete, so I was fucking grinding.
That's good.
Yeah,
but I was a good student. I was a good student, but I didn't really know what to study. I was studying business and criminal justice just because I wanted to be like low key a detective in the back type of thing. But then I realized you got to be 2 years on the streets as a cop. Shout out to all the cops out there, because that is a fucking hard ass job. Some people love you, some people hate you, but regardless, you're out there in the streets, tough ass job. So I did a ride along and I said, I can't do this shit 12 hours a day. I can't be dealing with other people's like I'm not no superhero, bro. I can't be doing this shit. So the calls are crazy. So I decided, like, yo, I don't know what I want to major in. Nobody's paying for since I'm not playing baseball, nobody's paying for my education at this point. I am, but I've been broke as fuck because I don't have time for a job because of the schedule, right? So I'm like, I gotta spend my own money on shit that I don't care about. This expensive ass school, like, bro, I'm not doing that. So I took the year off, like. So that goes to show, like, just because you can be a shitty student or you could be a straight A student, if you're not following your passion, none of that shit matters. The only thing that matters is be a straight A student with what you love, bro. Yeah. And nobody's gonna teach you, only God, like, that's within you, like you were saying. Yeah. He'll watch over you, right? That's your inner self, knowing that I'm pursuing what I love, which I also think spending a little time by yourself is important. Before you meet people like this, like you said, you gotta be a man on the mission. You can't be a man on the mission if you're constantly surrounded by people that may not be on a mission, because they get you comfortable real quick. Comfortability kills. So I spent a lot of time alone. You know, like, I would just be on my own looking at the stars. I don't waste my time hitting up my friends to talk about bullshit. I got tired of that. So the more I just thought about life and myself, that's where I started writing music too, because I just love, like, poetry, music, rhymes, all that. But you really start to find your passion.
What's your artist name? And if
Chris V. So Chris with the money sign as an S. Chris V.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chris V. Okay.
Yo, if you want to
search him up,
Chris,
where can we search him up?
All platforms, bro.
All platforms.
Hey, let me tell you another thing. By the way, yo,
got you.
hey, shout out to the team, the squad. Let me say another thing. To be on all platforms, DistroKid charges $19.99 for a whole year to be every year, right? A subscription, $20 a year, and you get your shit on all platforms with a click of a button, bro. So any artist out there that's grinding or wants to put their shit on, make a call, go on Google, figure it out, because it's not as hard as you think. You don't need a record label, bro.
I hope they do that for, like, social media, you know. Whoever has that idea, you know what I'm saying?
In this age,
give me,
you
like,
don't
a
need
percentage, you know what I'm saying? But, like I said, whoever has, like, is doing that type of thing, an idea is pretty much doing the same thing, but, like, in social media, because we haven't really have that program yet, you know what I'm saying? So whoever wants
filmmakers, we definitely don't got that, you know.
Yo, my thing is just, if you have a passion and you want to do something, figure it out is my, like, go-to thing, bro. Figure it out. Like, don't say you can't. Don't say but.
We're in the age of information. We're in the age. I grew up in the age where you had to get books. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't like that book, you had to get another book and read that shit. Shit like 300 pages, you know what I'm saying? 400, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know? But now it's just at your fingertips. You got the information. There's no excuses. I love this era. Exactly. I wish I had this when I was
You skip to the middle of the book in like 5 seconds on Google.
I was looking on the newspaper for where producers were at and trying to find that network, because I didn't have that network. It took me going to school to get that network. That's why I shout out to Miami-Dade, because
there you go.
Yeah. That's where I met everybody, and that's what got me to.
Yeah, hey, bro, Chico, you
this right now.
Hey, so from everybody meeting each other and wanting to work with each other, like, how did you build from that first client to like more consistent clientele? Like, what was the marketing strategy on that? Like, how did you?
Is that we're 4 people, 5, 6, 7, like you said, like
numbers.
We got branches.
It's also about putting your content out. Like I'm saying, if you're passionate and you have a dedication,
you gotta take the time to make those clips.
Yeah, exactly. You have to show your work because people out there.
Nobody's gonna do it for you. The artist ain't gonna give you a shout out.
Nobody's gonna
the movies
look
ain't
for
gonna give
you know what I'm
Who
saying?
stays to read credits, bro? Nobody stays to read credits. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's a fact. That's a fact. They even started doing credits in the beginning just to hope that, you know.
Right.
Let me just shout everybody out.
Every James Bond.
Miami Hustle, shout out. You know?
Exactly.
We all about it.
Yeah, man. You had to, like, after you get into this business, you got to realize, like, damn, what up? Shout out to all the planes. I don't know which one it is. American Airlines. They owe me like 2 tickets.
Shout out to Miami International Airport. The international airport.
Yo, every plane we hear, just be grateful for traveling.
Yeah,
so that's the way I think.
Spirit Airlines.
A moment of silence.
Virgin.
Delta, man. Delta
you know, shout out to all of them. Delta.
Shout out.
JetBlue. All of you guys.
Hey, you know, since we're talking about all this plane stuff, we got the planes. We're like, the thing is, we're like on a cross runway of Miami International, so we always going to be getting the outgoing planes right now. So shout out Miami International, even though we go to Fort Lauderdale because you know what I mean, it's cheaper and it's easier to function.
You got to shout out to Miami, bro, because honestly, we don't get that much respect here.
Miami, I got what you're saying. No, Miami, 305 all day. I ain't taking nothing from Miami.
County,
I'm just saying airport.
Broward County,
you feel me?
Everyone from Florida. You know what I'm saying?
I love traveling, and I tell everybody this all the time. No matter, like, I haven't been to everywhere yet, but I've been to a lot of places, and I haven't been able to find somewhere where I'm like, I would call this place home. And I blame that on Miami because I was born and raised in Miami, and there's nothing like it. You could travel anywhere. You could even travel a couple hours.
California looking for a pool spot. I couldn't find it nowhere. I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? 24 hours. Like, 24-hour liquor spot. You ain't finding it nowhere but Miami, bro.
Nothing like
1
Miami.
hour. You know what I'm saying? They open right back up. Drive through. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, be outside like, hey, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
We the real 24/7. The city that
you know what it is we can go anywhere, right? And somebody will look at us and be like, "Yo, you're from Miami, right?"
Tell them about when y'all went to Trinidad. You know what I'm saying? And they told y'all.
Oh, so like we were in Trinidad on Fort George in Trinidad. That's my one of my halves. I'm half Jamaican, half Trinidadian. Shout out to my people, you feel me? Shout out West Africa, shout out Ethiopia, you see me? The motherland. But that's a whole different story. We was in Trinidad. We went to Trinidad to shoot a video for the homie Bull.
RP,
you feel me?
Rest
up, bro. We love you, bro. I know you're watching down on us to this day. We love you.
That was actually
moment of silence.
Yeah.
That plain perfect timing.
Moment of silence for Bull, man. Moment of silence for Bull. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
That was an adventure, bro.
But like, man,
that was actually the first.
Yeah, that was like that was our first international trip.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, that was our first international
movie within itself.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Hey, man,
they want to do this.
Let me tell you, bro. Our car broke down
in the mountains with no help.
No, our car literally broke down.
What was the waterfall? We went to a waterfall called Blue. What was it called again? Blue something. Damn, I really wish I could remember the name because y'all would want to look this place up. I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna send it to you later, so you could link it. Like you could link certain things that we talk about. You get me?
Sure, yeah.
Like Steelo in Pursuit. You feel me? Era Films leaked some of, and then Marvin.
It's all gonna be on the description. So just
this guy lit some shit for Trump, bro.
Oh, I wanted to talk to you about
Yo,
that. I've seen that.
yo,
I've seen that. Yeah, tell me
Yo,
about
this
that.
guy,
Tell me
bro,
about that.
that's legendary. You see what I'm trying
I
to say?
want to know how
that's
so,
legendary, bro.
It is, and I, from what I understand, I think it was during his presidency.
Yeah, no, that was after his presidency.
Okay,
It
but
was-
you still interviewed the president.
Well,
Bro, yeah.
I mean,
So like,
no.
yo, no.
big,
Tell them
yo.
what you did,
Hey,
tell them
that's
what you
big,
did,
that's big
bro.
time.
Hey, I
Tell
told
the
him to put it on his
audience,
page. I was like, yo,
tell
you
the
gotta post
audience
that, bro. I
what
told
you
him to post
did
that
for
shit.
for President Trump, bro.
Because it's all about connections. I'm
Well,
assuming
yeah.
like
Well,
something
shout
happened.
out
so-
to Beverly Hills Production. You know, they're the ones who put me onto that. But also was the company Bridges Production, which they have actually the locations here in Miami, LA, also over there in Mexico, and they're the ones who actually hired me for that job. And then from there, I met some people that I met, you know, like that I knew from the last production. And it was Beverly Hills. So he's like, hey man, you kind of look familiar. And I'm like, yeah bro, I was the teleprompter, you know. I also do teleprompter as well. Shout out to N2 Productions, you know what I'm saying?
But don't forget to tell them what you did on that job.
But anyway,
tell them
so,
what you did on that
so
job.
they go in and they hire me for this job. So I go in and
What
I start-
position? What position?
Can you chill?
Come on, let's get it.
Nah, hey, he's asking all the right
I
questions.
want you to tell because
So they hired me.
people coming up, they need to know
So
what
they
you
hired me
did.
for lighting. You know, lighting is very important on set. You know what I'm saying? As you can see right now, actually
I don't
you
even
can't
know
see.
what I'm doing with lighting, but I'm
Yeah.
trying, bro. Like, but it is important. Yeah.
We've been hounding him ever since we got here about the lighting.
So anyway, so
I appreciate it.
we go and this was years ago, and we go and they take me to Mar-a-Lago. I'm like, all right, cool. So they bring like canines, they bring like the whole squad, you know.
Oh, so you didn't even know?
No, I didn't know. Like, that's the thing. I didn't know. They were like saying, yo, just go to Mar-a-Lago.
Wow.
So I go to Mar-a-Lago. Okay, cool. So
I thought
gotta-
they'd have like NDAs ready for you. Like, look, this is what you're gonna do. This you're gonna see. You
Nah,
better
bro,
be ready.
So the thing is
crazy.
that I just went to Mar-a-Lago, right? And then the FBI is like, oh, who you this? I'm like, I'm here for this production. So they're like, okay,
That's
go.
so normal. Like, yeah, you know.
That ain't 12.
Did you have to sign an NDA for this?
Yo.
No, I didn't sign no NDA. But anyways, it's like years ago. This is already like past his presidency. They
If you
already
don't know
showed
not to
everything.
shut the fuck up about you just going to Mar-a-Lago, your ass an idiot.
So
You never know.
So anyway, so I go in, right, and then I start setting up, you know what I'm saying, and then I'm there building the light, and I'm there, I'm like, who are we shooting for? I'm like, yo, we're shooting for Donald Trump. I'm like, oh damn, we're shooting for Donald Trump. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I don't
pressure,
know.
no pressure.
So
This was your first job after getting hired?
nah,
with
bro,
them?
nah. This was like a lot more jobs. You know what I'm saying? This was like
You got experience.
So they knew what was
this
up. They knew to
like I
trust
said,
you.
you gotta go
professional.
and show
Okay.
Hey,
your.
people slept on this boy, though. I always called him clutch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna find out why. Tell him.
Nah, bro, I'm just blessed to be
No,
here.
no,
you
tell
know
him the
what I'm
story
saying?
about Trump. Go ahead.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm over here, right, and then Donald Trump comes in. All right, cool. He's like, oh my God, who did the lighting? This is so beautiful. I'm like, this is after, my bad, not before. And then he comes in, he sits down, he's like, oh my God, the presentation was beautiful. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Who did the lighting? And then he looked, he's like, I raised my hand and say, oh, me, Donald Trump. And then he's like, okay. And then he's like, you know what? Let's take a picture. You know what? Let's
Wow,
all take
he wanted to take a picture with you?
So he's like, yo, you know what? Let's all take a picture. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. So you know, throughout that time, you know, I'm there. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, Donald Trump wants to take a picture with me. So then he asked for he's like, you know what? This lighting was so beautiful. It lightened my hair. It was so beautiful.
Yo, get a little closer.
And then I'm just like, okay, cool, man, you know. And then, like Chico said, I'm like, damn, bro, Donald Trump is actually the same person that he shows on TV. So he's actually real, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, bro, you didn't know that Donald Trump is like the Homer Simpson? And I'm just like, what do you mean he's like the Homer Simpson? He's like, bro, he's been around the world, bro. He's experienced everything. Trust me, bro. Trust me. He's a cool guy, bro. I'm like, okay, bro. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so he took a picture with me. And then he's at the end, he's like, you know what? You guys want a pen? you guys want give him some hats. We're gonna give him some hats. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, his face is like a weed pen. Like, nah.
So
he's like,
Yo,
a pen.
he deserves this shit.
I saw your reaction. Oh, he's a pen.
yeah, man. So like I said, I was blessful, and shout out to British Production, shout out to Beverly Hills Production. They're the ones who got me into that job. But like I said, that was a good it was experience, bro. It was a great experience, and like I said, it's just about workmanship. You know what I'm saying? Also about networking. It's not
Definitely, yeah.
because if I didn't know those guys, how would I get into that job? You know what I'm saying? So networking is very important, especially in this industry. You get what I'm
Always,
saying?
yeah.
Because if you don't, like, so everyone's watching you, you know?
Word of mouth is still the best advertisement there is.
100%.
Definitely.
When
yeah.
you get in those circles, you're gonna understand that word of mouth is king. Like, social, like once you get good at social media, that's just an additive. Like, you know what I mean?
Yo, let me tell you something. I've never been hired by a job through Indeed. Like the only way I've had jobs in my life is I either go in person and I ask them if they're hiring, I shake their hand, I smile, and I introduce myself. If they aren't, that's cool. But if they are, I'm already a step ahead of whoever's on Indeed, right? And then also, if it wasn't through that, it's through a connection. Like, yo, I know my boy works here, so let me see if I can get the job there too. So like you said, it's all a network and
You don't
connection.
need a degree, you don't need none of that, you know. It helps on certain things you want to do, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, it helped me in the way that I needed to find that network. Because I wasn't finding that network in my environment, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
No, but Chris, though, but like, what you like after, like, what you see for this, like, what you want to do? Let me hear about yourself. We were talking about this.
I'll get closer to the mic.
Oh shit, my bad.
I would say exactly what we just talked about is networking. So in my life, like I've always been a go-getter. Like at first I used to think I'm just like, it almost seems like you're just a jack of all trades, but in reality you gotta dabble in a lot of things to know what you're good at, to know what you're not good at. You have to try. If you just have thoughts all the time and ideas, but then stick to a normal schedule and don't get out of your comfort zone, you're not really gonna progress. So most of my life I would say I isolated myself from, you know, a lot of people just because I really didn't know where to go, and I needed to find myself and my passion. So I realized a lot, like as I'm doing that, I feel that I don't know who understands me. I don't know who's on this journey. I know if I have conversations in public and shake some hands, I'll meet like-minded individuals.
But you know, it's different is cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you become normal, you're just gonna be in the system. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna be like how you said, working 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not
The program.
Exactly. So some get it.
You don't strive for more, you know, like, and that's what I feel like. Everybody in this room right now strives for more, you know. So this ain't for everybody.
So that reason right there is to answer your question. The reason why I did this is because I need to surround myself with like-minded individuals, right? And with social media and podcasting, I also feel like videos is a huge thing in life in general, because when I go on to when I pass on, right, like years and years and years from now, I'm gonna have, you can look at my writings, but at the end of the day, like only my family will cherish that and like maybe put it in a box. That's cool. But videos, like I looked at so for example, I saw like a Kevin Hart movie, right, like that he was young as fuck, like super young, like before he came up. So I'm looking at him like, damn man, it's crazy that this is still out there, and I see Kevin Hart before he made it, right? Shout out to Kanye West, because his documentary on Netflix, if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend it.
Oh yeah.
So that goes hand in hand with, like, you have to understand that it's a mission, it's a journey, and videos is like golden to me, because you really capture like so for example, if all these cameras shut off, there's no lighting, and it's just us talking, like as getting to know each other and stuff, these conversations will be valuable to us in this little circle, right? And we'll take that to the grave. Like it'll benefit us.
Yeah.
But if I record it and we have the same conversation, now I'm able to, my goal is to inspire hundreds of millions of people around the world. Whoever's watching, they could tell a friend if they feel inspired. And that's why I feel like not just you guys, but now tomorrow and next weekend, and I'm gonna continue booking these, because everybody in Miami has a story that deserves to be heard. So that's the reason why I wanted to put this together. And just to let you know, I make no money off this. This isn't for profit at all. Like I said, I don't even know how to make money off this. Eventually I'll figure it out.
It's just the beginning.
Yeah, you gotta see something.
It's crumbs. Your money gonna come from other places. Your money gonna come
So with that being said, I have a job. Like I still work. I work at a restaurant at the moment, and I have my own company.
You don't get rich, all this. It's other things. You know what I'm saying? It's the fans. It's people that support you.
So
at the end of the day, it's people people to support you.
I have my job right now to pay my bills and to stack up if I can to basically travel and make sure that my family's good, right? So then I also have my own company that I started 6 years ago, and that is a whole story and mission within itself. So on top of that, I put this together. That's why this isn't for profit. This is for an archive of like-minded people that can inspire kids, you know, like the kids in high school. Because when I was in high school, I used to look at Eric Thomas, you know, the motivational shit, but like it's helpful to know to have people in your own city doing what you may want to do, and then listening to them and being like, okay, that's how they did it. Like that to me is extremely valuable.
But you know why? Is because, you know, throughout high school and also throughout your life, your parents, they're like, oh, okay, you know, what do you want to be? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you're saying, if you say the incorrect thing because you're scared of, or you're getting feared of like what you want to say, because you're towards your parents. And not only that, but then your parents are just gonna be like, oh, we want you to be a doctor. And then so that's like a brainwash to you, because then your parents will be like, oh, this guy wants to be a doctor, or this guy wants to be a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? Because they want you to see that. And then sometimes you gotta like get out of that bubble.
So that happened to me, and that's why, again, I put this together just so everybody can know that if you choose your own path, if it's driven by passion, it's okay if people don't understand. My mom, for example, I love her to death.
Like
She's
I said,
amazing.
it's okay to be different.
So,
it's like
my mom,
they don't see the bigger picture.
well, I was gonna say, look, my
saying?
parents, both of them,
The bigger picture.
my dad.
That you making this amount of money in one day, in hours. You know what I'm saying? Like turning down jobs.
To
and
me,
like, what I would take that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
to me, I feel like it depends on a lot, but at least my situation, my parents, the way it happened was they're both Cuban, right? So they came from Cuba when my dad was like 20, my mom was like 19. So when they came here, they didn't really speak English. So for them, it's all about survival.
Yeah, same thing.
To what you said, sometimes I feel like it's about, let me make sure that my kids are secure before they try to do anything crazy, right? So for example, if you have wealthy parents, I would motivate, you know, wealthy parents to tell their kids, do your passion, and if you fail, don't worry, I got your back. I wasn't in that position, so when I told my mom, look, let me take a year off of school and let me figure it out, let me see what I could do, she wasn't really cool with that. She didn't understand, because like to them, I understand that they came to America for their kids to be good. Now if their kid doesn't have a career yet, he's not trying to get a degree, and he's gonna be out here, if he fails, yo, I can't have your back too much. Like 100%. Try to get a degree first. And I said the opposite. I'm like, no, I can get a degree when I'm 30 if I want to, right? I can go back to school when I'm 30. For these 10 years, let me grind. Let me figure it out. Let me shake some hands. Let me meet some people. Let me take my path. And if I fail at 30, Mom, I promise you I'll go back to school.
I'm gonna tell you something, because that was my problem. I could have probably jumped into school way earlier than I did, but I probably would have jumped into a career that I didn't have no passion for, no love for. But I would have just thrown away. I don't love this job, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to jump into it because it made money, you know? I think about 35, 36, that's when I decided to go to MDC. And look, I told people from day one, you know what I'm saying? I've been a fan of Bone Thugs. That's my favorite group. I've got to work with them, you know what I'm saying? Like in a short amount of time. So I already crossed out goals in a short amount of time that I thought would take forever, you know what I'm saying?
That's important, yeah.
And I did that at 35 years old, you know?
I had a conversation.
Because I didn't know where I wanted to go, but this is where I always wanted to be. And people that see me now, they're like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
I had a conversation with my brother, and he mentioned the same thing. And my brother, shout out to him, he's living in Seattle for now because he's a travel tech getting paid triple the amount of what he was getting paid here at Jackson to do the same shit. So shout out to him making moves, stacking up, and, you know, putting himself first, you know, like just that's a sacrifice within itself. So shout out to Steven. But what I was gonna say is, like, when you take that leap and you don't really know where it's gonna take you, that's why, again, to answer your question, you feel you're in a lonely place where no one really understands. So you think like, damn, am I doing the right thing?
Right.
Let me just let you know, like,
faith.
Yeah, you are. And what he mentioned
to
to me was, look, it's crazy to think, Chris, that I had this idea for 2 years of my life, bro, and I never really pursued it, right? And now I did it. And bro, it came to fruition within a month.
That's
it
what
took
I'm
me
saying.
2 years to take a leap.
20 years I've been making
1 month, right?
Like, yo, my goal
20 years I've been making music. 20 years I've been making music. I don't got an official project. In fucking like 6 months, I made an album.
Yeah,
I got an album. Just waiting to go to the studio and it was coming soon.
Shout out to the album. Shout out to the album.
We got some fire. We got some fire videos.
You got something to spit, Chico?
Crazy.
I got
Some Miami,
right
like
here?
you hear me?
Leave that.
We got some Miami visuals coming with this album, Dirty Dade Chico.
It's gonna be the
Listen,
introduction
wait,
right
you
here.
gotta
It's gonna be
listen.
the introduction. I don't wait about the summers, man. I ball every day, and when it come to getting money, man, I'm A-OK. Find a way to make it in the MIA. Keep it to the crib, yeah, that's my saying. Miami Sound of Film, that's my brand. Crew you see me with, that's my gang. Wherever that we pull up, we gon' come up. Ain't nobody in the world that gon' shine like us. Let's get it. Coming on slow, hitting bumps, but dreams too big to give up. Yeah, came up from the bottom, bit of heaven out of hell. When it come to this game, I can say it done well. Go and ask about me, probably pass by me. $1 billion mind, I'm a mastermind. I got a world behind me, wanna see me shine. Give them what they want, that's the bottom line.
Hey, let me just say something real quick. Hey, let me just say something real quick. I fuck with that heavy because the rap game doesn't have to all be about negative shit. What you're talking about is real shit that is motivation for a lot of people, and that's the rap that I listen to. That's what I want, the message. That's the rap. That's the rap that I listen to and that I like to write to as well, because what you feel and what you project when you rap that, right? You feel that, and that's the most important thing in this life.
I believe that. Everything
exactly.
I said right
so
there,
when you rap and you spit negative shit, you feel that shit too.
That
so
energy.
Be careful.
That's bad energy.
So when I heard you spit that, I'm like, yo, this shit is real. That's
and I used to rap like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody,
rap negative shit. I started, you know what I'm saying, and I just changed it. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather spit a message to people that's positive, you know what I'm saying? That lifestyle was negative, it didn't bring me nothing. Like going to school later and meeting these people is what really, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, shout out, bro. That's fire. Shout out to the album. What's it called? What's it called?
Hey, dreams come true, bro.
What's the album
But you gotta
called?
work. You can't just be sitting on your ass and expect shit to come to you, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go out there and get it.
Preach.
What you said?
What's the album called? When is it coming out?
You know what? I was gonna do an album, but I think I'm gonna come out with singles because I can manage that budget better. I don't got the budget to go on an album. Like I feel like if I do one song, I could do a great video for it. You know what I'm saying? And then create a budget for more stuff as it comes.
That's how it usually goes. That's the way to do it.
If I go right now all in, the album ain't gonna come out the way I want to because of money restrictions.
Exactly.
You know
Quality over quantity.
Yeah.
That's
A lot of artists have taken this route that Chico is saying.
It's a
like,
new era.
There's some artists that make it big time with no project, and then when they drop that, it's
they're
over.
ready.
Yeah.
They already have it, like the clips loaded, and that's
just so y'all know, it's loaded. That's my introduction. That song
Yeah.
right there is called "Shooting for the Skies." You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I'm gonna give it to y'all. I'm gonna bring it to y'all, and y'all gonna hear it this year, and that's a promise with a video. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, Chico. Also, like if you're an artist, you know what I'm saying, and an artist usually, they always grind. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see about you, dog. You always grind every
what I
day.
see about y'all. That's why
Every
we
day
fuck
he
with each
grinds.
other,
You know what I'm saying? Even though he's always there, you know what I'm saying, doing other like sound. He takes his time and he works on his project.
On himself.
On my own
You know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Yeah, on our own shit. And like I said,
It's
if
a lot of
Shamari
work
got a
that
project,
it can't
I'm
go
with that.
unnoticed.
Like if Shamari working with somebody else, I feel like, you know, maybe I'm not. But if it's Shamari's project, or it's Steelo's project, or it's Stephen Lee's project, or if it's Tapia Visuals, I'm there. Gold Rush too. You know what I'm saying?
No, but the thing that makes us different, then I tell them all the time, the thing, we kind of take it for granted, but it's not. Cause I could literally call them and be like, hey, what y'all doing? And they're like, we're not doing it. I'll be like, yo, y'all wanna come shoot? And they will come. I used to tell it to people like, yo, what you doing there? I just called them and asked them if they want to shoot something, they come and shoot. And then people used to look at me like, what do you mean? I was like, yeah, if we're not doing shit, I could be like, hey, Mark, what you doing? Hey, come help me shoot this shit. And he would come. And people took that for like, they took that, it was like, they didn't have that. They didn't have people that they could just call and be like, yo, I want to come shoot some shit right quick. You guys want to come with me? And like, I could literally call them anytime I want.
That's valuable.
You get me?
And same thing to the, and same to
home.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
definitely.
saying?
Shout out to EJ.
Yeah. See, no, but the thing though, a lot of people don't have that, and that's the thing in film too. In film is we don't have what we call practice. There's no thing to practice, you know. So our practice for film is being on set. So I tell people all the time, don't be home. If you're home, you're not doing anything. If you know somebody that's shooting, go on set. Just go on set and just be on set. It's our practice. You can see what they did good. You can use that. You can see what they did bad, and you can use that too. So I always try to tell people, look, don't be home. Just go on set. Go on set and go do some shit. You know, help out, move, learn about fucking sound, learn about camera. Just be on set, just to watch.
You also have to invest. Invest in your shit.
That boy went already to the edge. That boy said, I wanted to piggyback off what he just said.
Know all the departments too. Have enough respect, you know what I'm saying? Know what every department needs, you know what I'm saying? Everything, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what's gonna make it great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
because, you know,
if,
like-
if you got bad sound but good camera, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The good visuals,
So we wanna,
trash.
I wanna give
vice versa.
I want to give a backdrop because a lot of people right now we talking to the naked eye. So a lot of people don't know that in film, even in the film industry, that there is a structure. You get me? That you have upper departments, you have the working departments. Like us, we're in the working department. We do all jobs technical. So everybody on our team can do every position in film. So film, a lot of people don't know. They think it's just, hey, a director with a bullhorn, car like action. No, it's a organized, like this is an organized sport. You get what I'm trying to say? This is like, you feel me? Like what we're doing as filmmakers, you could really call us, you could call us organized crime. Nah, but like no, but we gotta steal the shot, bro.
Execute.
Sometimes no, well, yeah, of course, yeah. To push, we're not pushing no crazy narrative, but as filmmakers,
union wise, you know.
yeah. As filmmakers, sometimes you just gotta get out there and do it. But filmmaking in itself is a collaborative, it's a collaborative medium, and you have to understand that this right here, for you to grow, for you to even get to the point where we're at, where we don't even feel comfortable right now. For you to even get to this point, you have to collaborate. A lot of people don't right now. It's like, yes, you have self-development, but even billionaires and millionaires, they collaborate. You take deals for this person over here. Oh, well, man, I don't want to do the Miami deal because I don't know such and such, and you know these people better, and you could mingle with it. It's the same thing with us. Like, I'll go ahead, I throw my boys plays all the time that is better for them. You get what I'm trying to say? And we can do this because we went ahead and when we went to school, a lot of people don't know this, but the networking in school in itself is why we're here. Because we wanted to make everybody better. So like Shamari is a director. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm a director of photography, cinematographer. Marvin's a director, gaffer, grip, extraordinaire. You get what I'm trying to say? Chico does his music. He's an artist, but he's a efficient sound mixer in Miami. Like he's like, well known, you get what I'm trying to say? Like he's respected by the OGs in this industry as a sound person at this point because he dedicated his time. But we went and sought these people together so we can all make each other better. You get what I'm trying to say? So like this is what we piggybacking off of, like talking about what Chico was saying, what Marvin was saying. Like, bro, you really gotta surround yourself with people with people like-minded. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So
be all about it.
Yeah.
Learn everything about it. It doesn't matter what I do, you know what I'm saying? I worked in a car wash. They had an oil change spot. I moved from the car wash to the oil change spot, and I turned into a manager. And I made more money in that show than anybody ever did, you know what I'm saying?
How you do something is how you do everything. So if you're working hard at your hustle, you're gonna work hard at your job too. It's in you. It's
That's how I know a hustler.
Because you have to invest, man. You gotta invest.
Invest. Oh yeah. yo.
This guy
But look. Yo,
he went off topic. I don't know.
No, okay. But I wanted to get back.
Investing time.
That's a
and
gift.
money is just as
So
gift.
investing in gear. So that's another thing. So I'm like on a personal thing. I wanna put this out there because this might help somebody in the future. I mean, I heard this one thing on social media about Shaq saying that, oh, if you make like $100,000 in a year, try to put away 70. Like, bro, like that's literally what I'm on. Like, cause bro, everything that's not a bill,
30,000 that you have will force you to keep grinding.
Yeah,
exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
You put it back into yourself.
You started with less, probably. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gotta put that back into yourself. Chico has the best microphones that you can have to do his kind of work in the film industry.
I make sure I upgraded. I didn't start with that. I started with a 2-channel
That's not only
recorder.
investing
you know
money. You invested time to learn which one.
I said, oh, this is start working. I'm making money. I gotta step it up, and now I'm getting better jobs. Now I walk onto jobs I don't know who they are. I'm like, oh shit, I'm working with. Damn.
Yeah. And see, like like me and Marvin went out and we invested into lighting.
Yeah.
I'm a DP. I'm more on the camera side and I operate.
By the way,
So,
shout out to Aperture.
Shout out to
Art.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out,
Promotion. You know what I'm
Shout out to
saying?
Aperture. We like
Electrosonics are coming for y'all.
Electrosonic.
Shout out to Rode microphone.
Yeah, right. Hey, I still use I still use a Rode Video Mic Pro Plus right now. I still use that microphone. Really good
Hey,
microphone.
shout out to Apple. This is off film by
Apple products. You already know.
iPhone 13 Pro.
man. Somebody.
And I did my research. iPhone 13 Pro cameras is better than most cameras out there.
Really?
So shout out to the Apple.
Yeah,
Shout out to Apple. Shout out to
Feel me?
Apple.
Shout out to Airy and Red.
I got no comment on
Send me a camera. Send me a camera.
These film equipment.
I was forced to
Film equipment is expensive.
yeah.
So, and that's what I wanted to talk about. What he was saying is invest in yourself, is because I went within the last 2 years, and I want to give that, piggybacking off of what you were saying in the beginning about like us reaching out to the youth, right? So like, bro, you think if I would have got comfortable in this industry, I went from working 9 to 5 to making 3 times what I made at my 9 to 5 doing what I love. You get what I'm trying to say? And bro, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm broker in the dollar sense and amount in a bank account right now, but not my mind. You get what I'm trying to say? So because I put that money into my business, I'm seeing it come in. All the work that I'm getting right now is because of the investments that I've made. You get what I'm trying to say? We don't only, Shamari doesn't only direct. You get what I'm trying to say? Shamari can go and flow in every direction. You get what I'm trying? Yeah, everybody produce. Marvin has indirectly. I tell Marvin, bro, Marvin has produced stuff for people that he don't even know he just produced it. Like Marvin will go ahead and be like, oh, somebody will go to Marvin and be like, all right, bro, you want this? Talk to this person, okay, and it's for tomorrow. Okay, yeah. I'm like, bro, you just produced that, right? He's like, yeah, bro, but I was just bored. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? You get what I'm trying to say? Like,
that's what makes us strong, though. Like, we find these different people.
and we help, but we produce to help people.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like Chico does the same thing. Chico has sound. Chico gets his sound gigs and stuff like that. But then Chico will be like, I bet. I got this really cool dude over here. His name is Steelo, and he does camera. And you could, and they, I got this really cool dude over
and
here.
We bring each other in.
Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
it's all about helping each other, man.
Yeah,
It's all about helping each other, man.
Somebody asked me for help.
Same way right now. I probably got some people that would love to come on this podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I would love to have them.
yeah.
So that's another thing that I wanted to, like, when I started this, I realized that at first it was going to be a lot of my friends that I know on a personal level because I know they're hustlers. And like I said, like after high school, we kind of all separate. We go into our own route, our own college or whatever. But it's nice to bring those people back that I've seen, hustling and grinding, and put them in this environment to just chill and just talk about it and talk about the experiences for others to see. And I started realizing that, like, just that within itself is gonna allow me to, because like-minded people hang around like-minded people. Mm-hmm. So that is gonna get me to even meet more people through each person that is also out here just like us, that is probably listening to this and can relate 100%. Like, damn, I want to be on that too because I got a lot to say, and what they're saying is facts, and I want to preach on that.
They say birds of a feather. Birds of a feather.
That's important. That's
I think one thing that's very important too is, like, you don't always need school. You know what I'm saying? The passion and knowing the right people will get you in the right places too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
about the school situation, like, you don't always need school, but you gotta, you gotta be honest with yourself. I knew I needed school because there's certain things I knew I needed to learn.
Me personally too.
That I wasn't gonna, because when I started, I didn't really have nobody to help me, so I failed a lot. You get me? I failed and I just kept going. But I knew there's certain things I wanted to learn that I didn't have any help with, so I knew school was the way for me to go. You get me? So I'm not gonna say you really don't need school for film, but certain minor details is to be the technicality of stuff. Yeah, I feel like school.
You learn the technical stuff and how to break the rules. So you learn the rules and then you learn how to break them. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? You can learn the technical side of it. Experience is gonna take you a long way in certain things, but there's certain things. Yeah,
certain things that school. For me personally, I needed to go to school because there's certain things I need to.
And I did too for the network.
Definitely, and like for the basics as well. But it gets to a point where what I will say about school is, like, if you're not going to school, don't just not go to school. if you're not going to school, you're studying on yourself. You need to study yourself.
It means you're all in.
Yeah, like it's not cool to not go to school. Say you're not going to school, but then it's like, oh damn, that's cool, bro. Like, what are you doing? What you got going on? What are you working on? And it's kind of like, nah, not much.
Be like, I got my own business, or I got this going on. I sell cars.
Yeah, like
exactly. I'm a chef. I'm a whatever, you know.
Work on, and if it's nothing at the moment, that's cool. But like, work on yourself. Like, try to better yourself. Try to understand where you want to go. Because if it's not school, that's okay. But like, find yourself. You know, that goes back to what I was saying. If you're alone at times, this is another thing I want to bring up.
It was the best decision I ever made to go to school.
Yeah, you know? I would agree.
I mean, if it wasn't for school, we wouldn't even like.
Exactly, I wouldn't have met
But
him.
it's also about networking. That because we were in the field of networking. You know what I'm saying? Because not a lot of people are in our production, like in production. You know what I'm saying? And
well, it goes with like, if you're going to school for something you're passionate about, you're gonna find like-minded individuals. So it will work out.
Exactly
but again, like, it has to be something you're passionate about. If you're going to school for video, like
you're wasting your time around the wrong people.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you start to think like something's wrong with you, and like you don't know why you don't get it, and everybody else like, nah, bro, everything is great with you. Just be yourself, and everything will fall into place. You'll get put in the right place because you pursued your path.
And besides passion, learn business. Business is very important.
Yes.
You got to learn how to negotiate. Because negotiating,
especially Miami. Miami's a hot spot for business. So that right there that you said is, I 1,000% agree. Especially being in Miami, because if you go to another state or another city, it's a little different. Like my brother's in Seattle, for example. That business mindset in Seattle gets thrown out the window. To him, he is in a world where he looks around like, man, I've never seen something like this. You know, it's natural for us to know about business, be curious, and network. Over there in a different part of the world, it's just, you know, it's different. So I would say Miami has a big thing to do with networking and just figuring it out, I would say. Not being complacent as well.
Well, I don't know.
Yo, I want to ask you, when it comes to director Stephen Lee, how did that happen? What is like Stephen Lee? Where did that come from?
Stephen Lee, well, Stephen is my middle name.
Okay.
And then Lee, my cousin, and I were usually be talking like Lee and Carter, like, you know, in Rush Hour.
Oh, I love Rush Hour. Shout out to Rush Hour, Jackie Chan.
So shout out to Jackie Chan, you know,
Chris Tucker.
And so my cousin is like, he's like, oh, Taka. We always usually do the imitations, like, Taka, and then we usually be like intimidated in the movie. So then I'm just like, you know what? Let me adapt Lee, because I usually do Lee's impression. So that's what I like about.
I would have never thought that.
Don't want to know.
Hey man, Marvin the Martian, you know what I'm saying? I always think about
Marvin
that.
got the DC story for us, man. Marvin sound like, you know, that story sound like a Marvin. I know Marvin, you a DC fan, right?
I'm whatever, bro. I really don't care, bro. We live in this production, you know, so we make the living of that, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to DC, shout out to Marvel.
Shout out DC, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really care. I'm trying to...
Shout out Black Panther.
Hey, by the way, who did this, bro?
Yo, shout out to EJ.
He got the
3D. He got the 3D printer.
Yo, we need to talk, EJ.
We got the Black
right
Panther out here.
Bro.
Hey, just so you guys know, it's for auction, so best price is gonna be sold. This is what he does as well on the side, because we're all hustlers. We all got something going on. So aside from the audio, the video, he's out here 3D printing whatever you want. You can do custom pieces. This is as legit as it's gonna get. Shout out to these shoes as well.
Yeah,
shout out Ethiopia.
Shout out to my dog, Famous Faces, man. Go check them out, bro. And like, I brought them over because the thing is, I haven't worn them yet, and I'm scared to wear them. That like, I just got to put them up, you know what I'm saying, and display them somewhere.
Oh, these too fresh for me to
I need two before I wear that one.
Too fresh.
Yeah.
Too fresh.
So, let me ask you something though. Like the things I need help with, right? I need marketing. How you with marketing? You know, it looks like that's my the things I'm not good at is marketing. I don't market myself. I'm very quiet. I stay to myself.
Yo, so that's funny.
Most important thing. It's the most important.
I would say, I mean, when it comes to being quiet, I've always been known as a quiet person, a quiet kid. So, you know, I try to observe a lot of things. And when it comes to marketing, as I've seen, I feel like it's a lot of just consistency. It's nothing else other than consistency. If you're an artist and you want to make it, the way you market yourself is important. But if you market yourself in a great way and you do that shit once a month, like it's not gonna reach anybody. If you market yourself terribly, but you learn from it because you do it every single day and you post, you know, twice, 3 times a week about with strategy, it'll take off. So I would say with marketing, it's all about consistency, because through consistency, you'll figure out what works, what doesn't. Like, I did this post with this type of vibe, like, damn, that shit didn't go too well. Let me try this, let me try that. So just keep it going. I'm not a marketing expert at all,
That's what,
so I don't really
because
know.
here's the thing, and that's the thing that we miss in everybody. In Miami, again, man, production, distribution, and marketing. That's the thing that we missing the most.
Because I was thinking about, you know, because I always try to find ways to, like, okay, what else can I do? You know, like, I make plans, like you said, I'm like, if it don't work, I'm like, oh, why didn't it work? And I feel like my next step is marketing, you know what I mean? And that's something I'm not.
That's another area that costs money. You know what I'm saying?
But if the viewers, whoever is watching, if you have that talent, bro, you know, reach out to us. You know
Yo, actually, that's what I was about to say. You are the marketer.
Reach out to us, man.
Seriously,
and we'll talk,
honestly, bro, for reach, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a following already. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect nobody to blow you up. You gotta build that on your own. It don't matter if you have 1 million or 100 million or 50,000 or 20,000. That's 20,000 people you can sell something to. You know what I'm saying? That are your fans, as long as they're legit. You know, everybody stuck on cloud, but.
It's about
not everybody gets that. It's about investment.
It's about investment.
And marketing takes somebody else to do that.
Look, Shamari.
That's a separate job for somebody else. You wanna know why? We need to move on to the next project.
Yeah.
So when we move on to the next project, we don't got time to market that. You know what I'm saying? That's on the artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On us too, 100%. But our job, our bread and butter.
The thing though,
passion
like,
is different. You know?
Though, like so people like think with marketing, like that's all I'm talking to them about. I'm like, okay, how can I market myself, right? And the thing is you know, there's every day you see somebody say, yeah, I'm a marketing person, but it's like who's the right
every
person?
day you gotta get on that IG live.
Let me
every day you gotta.
One thing I will notice is there is ways to do it, and I would try to connect or network with marketers, because what my job was with that enterprise company was I dealt with customer data. So I'm constantly reaching out to marketers, right? I'm scheduling the meeting to get them to meet my account executive so he could close the deal.
They can push it because they got contracts already.
I'm not the expert in it, but what I do know is customer data is extremely valuable, and that goes hand in hand with marketing, right? You want to make sure that you're marketing to the right audience, and you're looking for the right audience to market to, because that's where a little spark catches a flame, as opposed to if you're marketing to the wrong crowd, it could be amazing, but you're marketing to the wrong crowd. So the customer data is an aspect where I guess a marketer would help you in the sense of, that's why investment, you pay for marketing, right? Marketing dollars is true, and that's what you said too. It's about business. It's not just about what you love, but finding out how business works, because when you invest and spend marketing dollars, that marketing company is going to do the customer data research for you. You're going to tell them, look, this is what I do, this is who I am, this is what I'm pushing out. Get me to the right people. And
you gotta have the right people.
That agency is gonna tell you, all right, look, with our systems in place and our algorithms and the way that we do shit and the results that we've had, we're gonna push it to this.
And we got you a placement here, we got you a placement there.
Yeah, so there's a lot that goes into that.
And that's what I'm looking for, because like I'm willing to spend the money, but I'm not just not spending money. I gotta I do my research, and all these agencies I find, or like they come to, I don't like I trust my gut, and I don't feel like they're right. You get me? So I'm like, my goal is right, and I'm trying to find like a right. I'm not the best agency, but somebody that's good with me that I know if I give them my money, I know they're gonna look out for our best interests. You know what I'm saying?
And promote you the right way. You know what I'm saying?
What's important is building real fans, not just hype, not clout, because fans are gonna have your back. So one thing I've noticed too is when you're an artist or you're trying to be something, just know that like you're not the most people aren't the most popular people. Like, your friends are your friends because they're your friends.
That's
your
right.
friends are not your friends because they love what you do. Like, they might love what you do, which helps and is cool, but your fans are gonna come from the people up north that they've never even been in Miami, but they fuck with your music and they like who you are and they like what you do. You've never met him, but he's your biggest fan.
That's the biggest thing. Miami never break out of the village. You know what I'm saying? They gotta step out. I feel like we do what we can here, and that's it. But we got to step out and reach
That's what I'm
other,
going
you know
for here. Like, I
nationwide,
want others, not just
worldwide,
Miami.
You know what I'm saying?
I want everyone to understand what's happening in Miami and what we do, right? Like I want to put us out there on the map. Because maybe one day, you know, somebody will come out with the, I don't know, like the Dakota hustle. I don't know what happens in Dakota, North Dakota. I don't know.
Coal
like,
mine.
This is what happens in Miami.
Man.
Just put us on notice.
Nah, but like even in like in fucking like Seattle, and remember in the beginning we was like Miami's like your only home. Seattle is my second home. I love Washington State. I love. That's like my second home.
It's very like nature.
Yeah, and I'm a big nature person. Exactly. Yeah. I'm a big nature person, but I also like the city. Like I like Spokane, Washington, because it's like it's right there. It's like kind of on the mountains. You can like 30 minutes to the city. You can still go up and you can still be by yourself and stuff. So I love like nature, but it's like Seattle's places like that. That's a good other niche. And then right now they popping. Right now them in Austin. I think those might be the next two big industry. The two big industry that might pop up like stuff like this and stuff. So that's something I might look into. You know, make a trip to Seattle one day. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go visit my brother for sure. I'm gonna check it out. I gotta see it for myself. The pictures that he sends me of like the nature out there is something that we don't see. We don't see mountains. I've never seen snow before. Yeah. So like little things like that. It's just, like, he sent me a picture of like him like throwing a snowball, like the snow like out here like falling hard. I'm like, wow, man, I can't imagine that.
It's a big world out there, dog, and that's why I think I got into this the most. I like to see different places. I don't like being stuck to confined to one place. I'm always working in a different location, working with different people, seeing different faces, and
it's good to travel.
Speaking of working with different people, as a group, like what are the biggest people that you've worked with, and like how do you compare like their success compared to like people trying to make it, like, you know?
Well, yo, Chico, tell me how you every time what do we listen every time we riding on the car?
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yo, so this man
that's
over
a group
here.
I grew up listening to.
This man over here.
This story right here.
This man over here has
shout out to my dog Gold Rush, you know what I'm saying, that he licked me through, and he's working with Flesh and Bone, you know what I'm saying.
So this guy over here,
he's working on big things right now.
Bone Thugs and Harmony, shout out to them, because like we were talking about before,
they don't get
they
that
talk
much
about
respect, man.
What?
They don't get that much respect.
They talk about
the
real side of rap, you know. That's why
they created the Migos.
They created
That's
arguable. That's very arguable. They created all that flow. They was the first ones to do it. All that singing, all that tongue twisting.
With Bone Thugs, shout out to Puya as well. You know,
shout out Puya. We just
from
the team just lit a video for Puya. You feel me?
Puya, yo, Killian High School. We went to Killian. I went to class with them.
Shout out Christian Hernandez for putting a team on with Puya to do the lighting job for Puya. Literally last week is the craziest thing. Like, this is crazy.
But let me tell you the dream about Chico. Chico's one of his dreams was to do something with Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Not only that, with local legends too.
But his biggest dream was like every time I would chill with him, he'd be like, "Yo, Marv, watch, one of these days, bro, I'm gonna meet one of the Bone Thugs and Harmony, and I'm gonna do something with them." Trust me, bro. And guess what? Like, I'm like right now, bro. Like, he's there with Fresh, like Flesh, my bad.
Shooting BTS.
Yo, bro, you gotta tell the story. You gotta tell him the story you told me about going to LA. And,
man, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Bone Thugs. I went to Cali. They had a think tank. You know what I'm saying? I went out there. I seen them perform out in Cali. You know, that's my favorite group. So it's crazy.
And they're the only group that has done something with Biggie and Tupac. Just to let you know how legendary.
Big Pun too, man. They work with everybody in the business, man. And like when we get back to it, the flow changed because of them.
Yeah.
Nobody was rapping in that style. As a matter of fact, they made fun of them for singing. Oh, who these rappers singing? You know what I'm saying? And now everybody doing it.
They started the wave.
Everybody doing it. Yeah. So, and I got to give them a shout out too, because it's about to be the 30-year anniversary. It's coming in 2024. So they're working on something dope right now. And I'm just telling you, man, because Gold Rush, he cooking something up there, man. And I think that's a good producer for him, because he's real good at, like, he understands the artist. So if I'm more, his favorite person is Master P. You know what I'm saying? That was he's a fan of Master P. He know how to do a Master P beat for Master P, but he know how to do a Bone Thug beat for Bone Thugs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So shout out to Gold Rush and for making that connection. With Gold Rush.
Okay.
Gold Rush started working with him. He's a local. He's from Broward. You know what I'm saying? And
Yo, shout out Ace Hood, also from Broward, and he
Hey,
speaks.
man.
He's worked with Ace Hood. This guy, this guy's worked with Trick Daddy. This guy's a legend. Go Rush,
right?
Yeah, he's worked with everybody.
Well,
Go Rush got a heavy catalog.
What's
with a
his,
lot of
He's a producer.
What's the
Go Rush
song
is
that
a
he was
music
most
producer.
famous for?
with Chameleon, Bet Dad, and Trick Daddy. Chameleon,
Yeah.
Trick Daddy, Bet Dad.
Trick
That was my
Daddy.
ringtone for like ever.
Hey, I wish. Shout out to Trick Daddy, Miami.
Yeah,
I wish I could
yeah,
have him
yeah.
on
Keep
one
it to the
of these
crib.
days.
Trick love the
Keep it to the
kids.
crib.
Miami OG.
Be all about it too.
What's the guy's name that we met? That I didn't know who
Well,
I met.
Which one?
He's a local artist too. Not Des.
Piccolo?
Shout out to Desla.
Shout out
That's
Des
not
La
Piccolo.
Piccolo.
Yeah, I know.
That's not
Yeah, I
Piccolo.
know.
First, yeah, I know.
That's
What the?
And but not him. Blue.
Billy
Oh,
Blue.
Billy Blue. Billy Blue. Oh,
yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
That's
So-
local legends. Local legends.
So we
Yeah.
were working. We were working at a
Zone
film,
911.
Zone 911, right?
Yeah.
And then I just pulled up right with the drone because I do drone op. And then Chico's like, "Yo, Marv, go help out Baby Blue." I'm like, "All right, cool." I'm just there like
Baby Billy Blue.
like Billy Blue, like Billy Blue. My bad. And then I'm just there chilling in his car. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like just standing like that. And then Chico's like, "Marv, what you do?" And I'm like, "Nothing, dog. You know, I just calmed the guy down. You know, because he was he's kind of in a rush." So he's like, "Dog, what's wrong with you, dog? You're just leaning in his car like a normal person. Like if you knew this guy." And I'm like, "Yeah, dog. You know, like let me tell you something, bro." To all the artists that they're always looking for that person that's always chill. You get what I'm saying? That is not like like a pop paparazzi. You know
Yeah, I
what
was
I'm
gonna say,
saying?
yo, he attracts that. He just chills and it
That
comes.
shit don't work for everybody.
No, like really, because that's what they do. They just want to find people that are chill, bro. They're not looking
Yeah.
for people that
Yeah.
are fans.
Oh my
Because if you're a fan,
Yeah.
then they'll look at you and they're like, "Oh, this guy's fake."
Yeah,
They
you don't
put
know how
it
to
all
act.
up.
That's
Yeah,
another
you don't
thing.
know how to
You
act.
can't be fake, bro. You gotta be true to
That's
yourself.
facts.
You gotta
That's
be
facts.
true to yourself because if you're not true to yourself, what the fuck are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Because one day I'm over here like, "Yo, I need your help on something," and then you're telling me, "No, I can't. I'm sick." But I see you on social media out here partying with these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm talking about. Like you have to also have trust. Because if you don't have trust, then this also doesn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, you always have to have a group of people that trust what of your passion and your feeling. And you know what I'm saying? Like that to me is something that.
We work a lot of hours, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to get along with people, and you got to have those social skills, you know what I'm saying?
I would say it's professionalism as well.
Yeah,
like,
it's
you know,
the
you
most
can't really,
important.
if you're working with these people, you can't
Courtesy,
be too much
you know
of
what
a
I'm
fan.
saying?
This is I'm here to do business with you, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna treat you like a normal client. You know.
And
Yeah,
the best-
set etiquette is most important.
Yeah.
Set etiquette. If you being a PA for the first time, I'm just putting this out there.
I'm still a PA,
Set
bro.
etiquette. You get what I'm trying to
I'm
say?
still a PA. You know what I'm saying?
You
I'm
always
still
look.
learning.
You never stop PAing if you really think about it. Shout out Ron Gibbs. You feel me? Shout out Ron Gibbs.
Yeah.
You
Shout
feel
out
me?
to Jack 9 Films.
Yeah, shout out Jack 9. Yo, Jack 9 in Orlando, man. Shout out Jack 9, man.
Yeah, man. What were we talking about, Ding?
I was gonna say, what other big artists have you guys like come across and like just?
Oh.
just
I came
Yeah.
across, like how I said,
Luke,
Donald
JT
Trump,
Money, you know what I'm
JT
saying?
Money,
Oh yeah, you've done with
Desla
Reggaeton.
Piccolo,
Come on, man. You got a big catalog.
Osuna,
You be forgetting. You know what I'm
Ozuna.
saying?
Yeah, it was on Bad Bunny.
Nicky
Bad
Jam,
Bunny.
Yeah.
Bad
You
Bunny.
be forgetting.
you worked like on set with Bad Bunny, like all these people. That's
Yeah,
big
because
time.
shout out to Seltzer Production, shout out to Claudia Rivas, who's the
Marc
production manager.
Anthony.
Wow,
like-
that's a Miami.
Wow.
legend
Yo,
right
he
Wow.
got the biggest drops in Miami, bro.
Shout out,
Yo,
shout out.
DJ Khaled.
bro, do I need to pull out my phone?
You know what I'm saying? We be working.
Shout out to
He got
Wild
the biggest
House,
drop.
put me
bag.
into
He's
that
deep in
shit.
his bag.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to Alejandro, shout out to Chachita, shout out to all the group over there in Wild House. I also work with Arcangel, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually blessed, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually
shout out
I'm humble to
Arcangel.
all these people, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually like, you also have to have an attitude and energy.
Superstar.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not a superstar, man. I don't think myself a superstar.
No.
Like,
That's an inside. That's an inside.
I'm not a
That's an inside.
superstar
That's
or
Vegas.
anything.
He's
I'm just-
Vegas.
I'm
He's
not
Vegas.
either.
Mr.
Like,
Vegas.
I'm just a normal person. You know what
Marvin
I'm
was
saying?
counted out. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why a lot of people are gonna.
We
relate
always
with
cut it up.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
that's why we ride
Yeah,
together.
we
I would
always
say a,
count it up,
a lot of
man.
people are gonna relate with you and your story because you're low key laid back about everything, but you're making big time moves. So it's not necessarily about, let me put myself out there in ways that everyone knows I'm moving big. Like, nah, bro, do your thing, do what you love, focus on your craft, and the big things will come. But when they do, if you treat it like the biggest thing in your life all the time, you know, you got to treat it like this is what happens, this is normal, and now let me just keep setting goals and get better and get bigger.
Like, let me tell you something. Like, I met this guy from, his dad was the president of CNN. What's this guy's name? Anyways, bro, so I met his son, and he was like talking about like the buffaloes and how his dad owned all this buffalo ranch, and he owned.
You gonna plug it right here after.
So,
Wow.
so I'm just
ranch.
so
Different.
so I was just there like a normal person, you know what I'm saying? And then he goes up to me and and her assistant.
This is
like
in Florida?
no, this was like this was in Florida. This was in Miami, but I went to the Keys. That's where I met them.
In the
And they were like saying, hey man, I'm glad that you came over here. Not a lot of people wanted to go do this job. I'm like, yeah man, it's cool man, you know, like a normal person. And he was talking to me and like he owned this whole thing. And then the chick is like, her assistant was like, Marc, I don't know if you know this, but this guy is big. I'm like, how big are you talking about? His dad owned CNN. I'm like, well, I'm like, well, dog, you know, like, nice that your dad did that, and nice that, but
We're all
still,
normal people.
Yeah, but we're all still here. You know what I'm saying? And then he's looked at me. He's like, damn, bro, this guy's not one of those normal, like those people that be like stargazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just a normal person that's talking to me.
Yeah, I think everybody likes that, dog. Don't crowd him, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, another thing I will say after this plane passes by.
It's a loud one.
Like a big 747.
Yo, but as we wrap up, what I will also say is to answer your question back when like the purpose of this, as well as everything I said, is the people that I interview now this year in 2023, I'm gonna bring back to the show next year and the following year whenever they're ready. Maybe in 2 months, if something big happens and you want to talk about it, come over here and tell us what happened and how did it happen, right? So this was, you know, like our episode today in 2023 of February, right? We're gonna have these guys back and we're gonna talk about from where we were in February to now. Let's say a couple months later, a couple years later, you're back. We're gonna talk about this is where we were, and now we kept doing, because be all about it, right? The Miami hustle. We kept doing what we're talking about, and now we're back here and we're talking about this. All of this has happened, and this is what we're working towards. And like, eventually, the people that I have here is gonna get to a point where like somebody that is just trying to make it will make it, and they'll make it big, and then they'll come back here and say, look, this is real. Like the Kanye documentary again. Like, you start with a vision, you start with humble beginnings. But when you make it, this is all recorded. You can't forget where you started.
Yeah, that's 100%.
So I think we're coming up on time. So we will have you guys again. I appreciate your time again.
Appreciate you.
And always keep the vibes up. Always keep hustling. Always keep grinding. And you guys are welcome anytime. So if you guys want to say any last words, just again shout out to everybody we shouted out in the description. Everybody
There's a
will be
lot
there.
more
I just want to make sure I got my
Hey,
dog
we'll be
right.
back.
Can you pass me that Marvin, that box right there?
Oh, yeah.
I just want to make sure I got my dog right. I said famous faces, but I think it's famous.
Bars.
Say follow me on Aero Films.
Everybody get their plug, bro, please.
Shout out to Miami Hustle.
Yeah. Kicks by Famous. Yeah, IG Famous Faces.
Put it. The close up is that camera. You want to put it so they can see it.
Just show the box.
Yeah.
Show the
Oh
box.
no,
Yeah, now we're good.
Yeah.
Y'all can plug that.
We're
in,
gonna
right?
tag. We're gonna tag everything.
Yeah.
So Kicks,
I appreciate you.
Kicks by Famous.
Kicks by Famous.
Famous PHAMOUS, not with an F. Kicks
There
by
you go.
Famous. Custom
Yeah.
shoes,
Yeah.
the freshest. These
Yeah,
are ones, by the way. Air Force Ones.
That's a quick turnaround.
You'll never
you
see
know
Air
what I'm
Force Ones like this.
saying? You're not gonna
Yeah.
be sitting waiting for your shoes
Oh,
for
oh,
months.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? You got
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Videos too. We do turn around. We edit on set.
Yeah.
Let you know. Shout out to my
Yeah.
editor Sam
Yeah,
Tapia.
yeah.
Facts.
So like when we shoot music videos, like have my editor Sam Tapia. He's right there. We direct, we shoot, and we get
Oh,
to
he'll
him.
be on next time for sure.
Yeah.
Next time he'll be out. He got caught up with something.
Yeah.
So,
Why? What was he doing? What was he
Yeah.
doing? Working, right? Hustling?
Yeah, he was hustling. He was working.
so no, but that's
He was editing something, that's for sure.
Yeah, he had it in something.
Yeah,
But that you see in that right there in the closing of this show, I want to mention that like in process within business. So like yeah, we can invest a lot of money into our crafts and buy the best equipment that we can, but it's about process. And like this is a process that Shamari and I have witnessed just with our short travels and working and collaborating with other people other than ourselves. So it is a process. You have this guy editing the video. That means that, do you know what that means? That your client is seeing a rough draft of the video before they go home.
Yeah. So that's
you get me? So like, and this is a service that we're offering.
So before they leave, they got a little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they have a feel of what a video is gonna be at. You get me?
And to all the artists, like I said, you got to invest. Because if you don't invest in your craft, then how are they gonna find you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we invest in our craft.
Yeah.
So
I was talking to Shamari. Like, if you have a budget, it has to be a good budget because, like I said, if you want to be well known and people are looking at you on YouTube,
we're not one man bands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me
and it's not a one man band. People be thinking that it's just a guy holding a camera. No, it's not about a guy holding a camera. It's a whole production team. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Look what you're doing, Chris. Like, there's lighting, there's camera. Your boy
sound.
DJ is over there doing sound. You know what I'm saying? So it's literally about a production. If you don't show your passion, the love, then you're just gonna get like a normal video where other artists are gonna be local. If you want to be going to the next level, you know what I'm saying? You got to invest. Same thing to doctors, same to the lawyers. That's what you guys do. You guys go to school to be reading on these books so that you guys could go and take some class. Someone could give you a diploma saying, hey, you're good at this. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some people are not good at that. You know what I'm saying? People are like how we are. We over here, like how we're doing the Miami hustle way. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, Chris.
Yeah, shout out to you, bro.
Hopefully
the Miami
I see you
hustle,
next year,
bro.
man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Like I said, this was like, how long was it? Like you reached me out. You reached me out till what, like February. You get what I'm saying?
Like within the month, bro. I try to move fast. Like,
that's good.
Exactly.
I got all this stuff together within a month as well, you know, like, and it's a lot of like sacrifice, not only money, because of course, you know, all these things cost money, but it's your time as well, like the research that goes on behind which stands to buy, which mics to buy, and then I also had to buy a couple things, and then it's the time of testing it out as well, you know. So and this is all with having a job.
And whoever is passionate and whoever wants to, like, you know, put your work in, come over here. You know what I'm saying? He needs help. You know, he'll come over here. You guys learn together. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another way of networking. You know what I'm saying? Because if you want, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah,
you know
just start.
Exactly, start. Not
it's
just
not
saying
easy,
it,
but it's worth
not
it.
just thinking about it and saying it, because that's exactly what people be doing.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah,
Just
I'm gonna
move.
do this.
Just move.
Yeah,
He's a hardworking guy. He just started this podcast, bro. Y'all gotta y'all really gotta tap in, bro. Like, he's working every day, and look what he's doing, bro. He's bringing other people to network, and this is exactly what we're seeing.
And shout out to you guys, because you are working hard every day too, and that's why we motivate each other. I can't just sit back and slack when there's people like you guys out here getting it. So I'm gonna put this stage for everybody, just so everyone is on the same page. We know what's up, and then anybody that wants to reach out to you guys, I mean, we're gonna have, again, in the descriptions, all the handles. So if you ever have questions about anything, just reach out to us, and we're here to help. That's why we're here.
So. Send me a DM. I'll help you.
Oh, should we just plug everybody? Like, go again with the social media handles?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You want to start?
I mean, it's gonna be on the description.
Yeah, it's
but
gonna be
go ahead.
At Miami Sound and Film. A&D.
Steven_Lee 222. You know what I'm saying?
Steelo Films, and we also have a new page now. The team has a new page, Steelo in Pursuit, for all your action scenes, all your BMW commercial car shots, racing shots. Like, we're gonna go into drifting soon. We're gonna go into rally soon. We're gonna branch out, and it's all gonna be through networking and marketing. So, passing the torch. My name's Dean Richards. Thank you for having me. I'm a DP, again, as I said in the beginning, based here in South Florida, and I want pass it over to my dog Shamari.
You know, Era Films on all platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, whatever platform is out there. I pretty much got it. I try to get everything. You get me? And then, just like I said, if you ever need help, just DM me. Trust me, I will reply. It might take me like a day or two, because sometimes I'm busy. But if you need a question, you need to come on set or some shit like that, text me. Hit me up. trust me, and then I'll respond to you.
Yeah, well, you know, we work with the crib.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Look,
Shout out,
there was nobody when I was coming up. Nobody there to help me, so I like helping people. You get me?
Same. That's why.
That's
exactly.
how it is. Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
And at the 305 Hustle, you already know. Just follow the page, keep watching the videos, and ask questions. I want to emphasize, I'm doing this for a reason. I'm doing this for you guys. This isn't for me. This is so you guys can understand what's going on in Miami and just ask questions. If you don't know how to do something, figure it out. We got Google 20 years ago. We didn't have we didn't have the phone to just pull up Google and look up how to do this, how to do that. Go on YouTube. YouTube teaches you a lot of things. So
And
shout out to all you guys.
you gotta keep going.
Now we good.
You know what
man.
I'm saying? You gotta keep grinding.
whatever it is, go hard.
With that,
Shout out to
with that,
DJ
the
Gaddy,
hustle,
man.
the hustle
Yeah.
continues.
I appreciate
The
you.
hustle continues.
We all about
That's a
it.
wrap.
Blessings, bro.